This week on 5 Brilliant Things, we have the excellent Belfast comedian Shane Todd. You've just been on the Late Late Show, which is an institution in Ireland.
So I've never done any kind of like talk show or anything like that.
Yeah.
Floor manager was like, just like walk out, maybe acknowledge the crowd, go and take a seat. And it's the first time I've thought, I was like, how do I walk? When I watched it back, it's the camera doesn't, I'm like a blur.
It was like Ryan Age trying to get the first on the plane. Yeah.
It's taken me probably this long to get comfortable to say I'm into it.
Oh.
And I've always been into it. A golden age of boy bands. I was in Barcelona gigging a couple of weeks ago. I went, we're going karaoke after this.
You've gone to Barcelona, a city pulsating with culture, and you're like, if you go to the Gaudi Museum. That. One, two, three.
Wheels up, motherfuckers.
There you go. Wheels up, motherfuckers, indeed. Hello, Shane.
Hi, Russell.
Lovely to meet you. We were
Yeah,
just
good to meet
talking about, you've just been on the Late Late Show, which is an institution in Ireland.
Yeah.
It's
massive.
it's the original talk show.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise it was the first time you went on. And you were just talking about the curtain being peeled back. And it's like you're being born.
It's the first
But
time.
you've
So
got-
I've never done any kind of like talk show or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I was like feeling good because all the everybody was lovely and really, and maybe sense how nervous I was.
Yeah.
And then when I was behind, and I was the last guest to go on in the show.
Yeah.
And then I was standing behind the curtains, and the floor manager was like, just like walk out, maybe acknowledge the crowd, go and take a seat. And it's the first time I've thought, I was like, how do I walk?
Yes.
You know, I was like, what
Oh,
way
of
do I
course.
normally walk?
Yeah.
And I was planning to go out and give like a wave to, because I'd done the warm up slot.
Wow.
Because they offer you that option.
Yeah.
Because I thought a lot of people here might not know who I am.
Yeah, of
So if I do
course.
5-7 minutes, so I felt good with the crowd until I had to do that walkout. And I at the time I was like, I've done great here. I've sort of gave the live band a nod. I waved at the crowd, took a seat. When I watched it back, it's the camera doesn't. I'm like a blur in
That's
the
so
camera
funny.
because I think I was so worried about I was like, don't walk too slow, don't walk too fast.
It was like Ryan Age trying to get the first on the plane. Yeah. And in your mind's eye, you're going in cruise control.
Yeah.
When I did it, it was so funny because it was great fun. But Gabriel Byrne was on first, and he was talking with real elegance and eloquence about politics because there'd been a new president of Ireland, and he was very fond of the old person, and he was speaking very glowingly about that. And I just thought it's so extraordinary to see a chat show where we spend 20 minutes with an acting legend just talking about his political leanings.
Yeah.
But it was very, it was Ireland.
Yes.
Talking about Ireland. And then the next guest was an actress who was doing a documentary about bringing back the Irish language because the English took it like that. And I'm going, okay, all right. And then he goes, right, we're having a musical. And it was like like an Irish band come out. And I'm going, oh my God, I'm dying here. But it was all right. It was fun. Lovely to have you here.
Oh, thank you
Absolute
very
pleasure.
much.
And you got the earliest flight possible to get here, and then you're straight back home.
This reminds me of the early, so when I first started coming over here to do like open mics, maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago, I would get the like 6 a.m. flight because it was £10 cheaper.
Yeah.
And then I realised, I don't know, I could have paid £10 more being here at like 2 p.m, just for the show. But it just reminds me of just as many coffee shops as possible as I could sit in just all.
Yeah.
Then by the time the show comes around, you're so tired and then go and sleep in the airport. So it's, but it's nice. So it's nice to land and then
So
have
it's
something to come straight to.
nostalgic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Interesting. What is your first brilliant thing?
My first brilliant thing is the thing I would start and end my day with,
Okay.
which is a banana.
Oh, thank God for that.
Right. You start and end. So you double potassium.
Yeah. And do you know what? There's days where I'll go 3. I was thinking about bananas. Come on. I was thinking about bananas recently and just thinking, I think bananas get underrated, because
Oh,
of
I'm a
how-
huge fan.
banana.
You can do so much with them.
I would say the worst banana is better than the best version of most fruits. And I think that's a great quote.
That is definitely. It's
Put that
probably
on my tombstone.
it's the first. People are like going, there must be a typo. No, that's what he wanted. But I agree. That what is very frustrating though, you say a bad banana, a green banana. When you kind of peel it back and you think it'll be fine, it never is.
Yeah, I mean, some people will.
And a really soggy banana's tough. Like we're talking like school bag banana. You know, when you've left a banana in and it's just
Well,
that.
when it mushes, now I think as you get older, you put up with a mush. And I think that's a metaphor as well. In general, I think you put up with the mush in life a bit more.
Yeah.
But like,
That was part of your marriage vows, wasn't it? Imagine that. That'd be life. Marriage is like a banana.
I remember, like in school, distinctively, if you had that thing of your banana, if your banana was crushed in school, which sounds horrific, you wouldn't eat it. Whereas now, in my head, I go, and I always at school I would have thought I'll never be the sort of person who will eat a mushed banana. I could never see it in my future. Whereas now, I just think, well, look, it's still a banana, and there's something beautiful in that.
What a lovely image of you daydreaming as a young boy.
Yeah.
Thinking, will there ever be a time? You've got an English voice in your inner monologue.
Will there ever be a time when I'll eat a mashed banana?
So you start the day with a banana before a drink? Before...
So I
And
have
do you
it.
have it with something, or is it
I
just...
have it in my porridge,
Oh,
and then I it's not the only fruit in there.
okay, let me guess. So I think, worryingly, and I'm about to change your life. Do you put blueberries in there?
Yes.
Now, my friend.
Now I'm hearing murmurings about this, and here's what I never want: someone to really bring this to me.
Fine, in which
Because-
case, they go great
I-
together.
I need to hear it.
Frustratingly, because the combination is perfect. Nobody could deny. I mean, nobody saw that coming. They're strange bedfellows, blueberries and bananas, but together they just work. They're like duck and plum sauce. But it turns out that if you eat a banana within, and God bless the internet for this, within 3 hours, you don't get the nutritional value from the blueberries if you have them at the same time. So you have to have them separately if you want to get the nutritional value you want. Or you could live your life and enjoy it. They never do that at the end of those kind of like fitness things.
Yeah.
Or just don't go to the gym, see your wife and have a good life. But it's always, but yeah, it's annoying, and I feel bad for telling you that.
Yeah,
But I couldn't not tell you.
I think I'm too far in.
Good, great.
You know.
Yeah, you enjoy yourself.
But there will be times that I'll have 3 bananas a day. I love it, and also I also like a spotted banana now as well. I think that you're playing a dangerous game there, but an over-ripened banana is just excellent.
Yes.
And I used to also get quite, I'd be picking off the wee stringy bits.
Flom.
Pardon?
Flom.
Is that what it's called? Wow,
That's what they're called.
Phloem. Flom.
Okay.
I eat the flom,
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, of course. Straight in.
and you can quote me on that.
Yeah.
Do you eat the flom?
Yeah, definitely. I think your perfect banana is somebody that's like color wise. You're looking for someone that's like heavily jaundiced.
Yes.
Like it's
yes.
that
Yeah.
kind of like deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. But 3 a day is extraordinary.
Yeah, you're dicing with death there because we all know 7 will kill you.
Yeah.
But
Apparently, it's one of the best ways of like if you wanted to kind of kill someone without knowing, you sort of inject potassium under the nails.
oh, I thought you were going to say like force feed the bananas, and I was like, I would know.
Yeah.
I think that's not very subtle.
No, exactly.
like, just
And
keep eating these.
we'd have heard about that. So many monkeys were killed on the PG Tips ad like that. They've overfed Joanjo. Have you?
Just look that up. Sorry. 7 won't kill you.
7 won't kill you.
400 is the number.
I thought for a second you were going to say 4, and I was like, fuck, I might die today.
400.
God bless science.
I'll give that a go.
400.
go.
Yeah, very rarely you have bananas in an eating contest.
Yeah.
But you think about it, if you were really smushing in over the day, I think if you kind of smushed into banana bread, you had it in a smoothie, I think you could do 400 in a day.
Yeah.
I really do.
Is it worth it?
Oh, of course not.
No.
Because you would die going, they were right, like that.
Like it would be a tough one. Knowing that your wife would have to tell your kids that.
Yeah.
Or like, how did Daddy die?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, bananas.
How do you peel them?
The
The reason I asked, there was have you seen Louis C.K.'s bit? It's really funny. He's got a bit about seeing somebody peel a banana and they peel it all the way down.
Oh no.
So, and he just does this, it's such a great mime of like the banana going, I'm naked. And it's just, and you just sort of, it's such a cute little funny bit.
Yeah.
And it's that frustrating thing when you see a little stand-up routine and it instantly is in your world.
Yes,
And you're like,
yes.
oh God, I used to just enjoy bananas now,
Yeah,
but now I have an image
yeah.
of like naked Louis C.K.
But that could be
bananas.
that person's first banana, you know. So we don't judge.
Yeah, but yeah,
We don't judge.
my son's a huge fan. Your kids into them?
Yeah, no, the boys love it. Like and for a while at night, I was sort of giving them half a banana each. You know, thinking like just because they're having a bit of toast as well, like half a banana each. And now the boys have their own banana, and with the amount that Daddy's eating, we're going like my wife genuinely.
Does your wife like them?
Like I think the aggressive amount of bananas that the boys in the house eat has put her off them.
Yeah.
You know,
But there's something quite funny about the fact that there's 3 boys just chewing on bananas.
she's
and this
genuinely she's
this poor woman's like, won't that be me down the shops again, won't it?
She's genuine. You wouldn't believe she's had to pull me to one side and be like, I promise this is a real life conversation we had recently. I was away gigging somewhere and we were texting, catching up, and she was like, just let you know, like we are gonna have to either cut back on the bananas or you're gonna have to like wholesale buy bananas.
And what was your reaction to that?
You
feel like you're at that level of showbiz where you could get a banana guy.
I said I think we should take a break.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
It's the only thing that's gonna make me want to get divorced.
She just hears in the background, where are you? Where are you? No, nothing. Do you have other fruits that you'll see behind bananas' back?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I like, now here's the thing. I like oranges, but I like a good orange.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you know? I like
certain fruits. There is like the pear is fantastic, but there's such a small window when a pear is good.
also unless you're peeling your pear, and which if you are, please don't tell me about
It's
it.
like people that pull their entire trousers down to the urinal. You're like, the fuck are you playing that? There's kids in here peeling that banana. But you know, it's like anyone that does peculiar stuff with fruit.
You're right.
It's like people that eat it with a knife. You're like, what? You're
Yes.
not a pirate.
Yes, yeah. I think the great thing to bring it back to bananas, which I always do. The great thing about bananas is it's clean. That banana could have been anywhere
Agreed.
in transit or whatever. It could have been.
Agreed.
But once you peel that open, that's clean. Whereas the pear,
Everyone's had a go on it.
and also
No, they have. They've checked it. We've all seen old ladies. Thumbing them, checking fruit.
yeah. But and like there's no pips in banana. There's nothing to. I was going to say there's nothing to peel. There is a lot to peel, more than anything. But yeah, I'll eat pretty much any fruit. I love fruit.
Would you have a banana flavored milkshake?
Yes, but I can't have dairy. But I mean, if you're just in general, the idea of it, yes.
Yeah.
would love that.
Banana bread.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone got really into that over COVID.
Weird.
Really into
Wasn't
it.
that a strange time?
It was mental.
That everyone suddenly got on the banana bread train.
I think we should look at the big banana bread industry and look at
Yeah,
links between them and
so what's
Wuhan
going
because
on?
I think they started it.
Yeah. Imagine if that is the link. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
We discovered it.
If there was some sort of Wuhan connection. Yeah, if we figured that out and suddenly. Yeah, it's
We
extraordinary.
peeled this case wide open.
You got anything to say about bananas?
Yeah, I've got shit to say about banana. Yeah, Shane shares 60% of his DNA with a banana.
Yes.
Well, I'd say Shane's probably higher.
Yeah. Yeah. 98%.
Yeah, most human beings are 60.
So there's obviously concerns that this is just a banana bragging about bananas.
Oh, I see.
But he shares less than 60% with the chicken, so he's more banana than chicken.
That's interesting. So here's a sort of scientific question: if there was a banana skin on the floor and Shane walked on it, would he slip or not, or would the banana just become more of him? Like, if you're more
Yes,
banana than
yeah.
other people, do you slip?
Yeah. Or if I was lying on the ground, would you, when you stood
That's
on
a
me, would
better
you slip on me?
scientific. Yes, exactly. Let's put Shane on the
should try
ground.
that,
yeah.
And what are you doing? Well, my friend is a banana, and we're scientists.
And this is only tangentially related to bananas. But
I don't
was
know what that
reading-
word means.
Sideways,
thank you.
related to bananas. But I did find this out, and it made me laugh for a good 10 minutes.
Great. Go
The
on.
first ever president of Zimbabwe was called President Banana.
Excellent.
Right. Okay.
Excellent.
There you go.
And in 1982, he passed a law that stopped people making jokes about his name.
Fantastic.
He put up with it for a long time. Like there was a few years where he was getting hammered there.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough!
And you can't help but think that it was part of his ascension to become leader so that he could enact that law. Absolutely.
Just one joke too many and his head goes. Like, right.
What was the name of his kind of like assistant, like Drew Peacock or something like that? And they're just like, oh, God, when he dies, I'm going to end my tyranny and all.
He was arrested in 1997 on charges of sodomy. And
I tell you what, that's the hat trick. He's called Banana. He enacts a law that you can't make jokes about him, and it turns out
He should have enacted laws to
yeah.
make sodomy legal
exactly
instead of worrying about his stupid name.
wild. What is your next brilliant thing?
Next, I'm going with something I will do maybe biannually. Is that once every 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Not every 6 months?
I think biannually is twice a year, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's something I do twice a
Yeah.
year,
Uh-huh.
which is I take 2 to 3 hours to myself when I really feel like life's getting on top of me, when I feel like a bit burnt out, a bit worn out. I will regulate my socks drawer,
Oh yeah.
and it is an adrenaline rush.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as someone who's never done this and,
I'm excited for you.
and can't understand the concept, take me through the regulation of a sock straw. Because
Right.
what's interesting, you said, which to me felt like an invented sentence, and yet Dan instantly went, "Oh," which implies that this is a brotherhood.
Yep. I mean, the first thing you got to do regulating your socks drawer is just agree to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
So what?
Presumably as well, sorry to interrupt you,
No
but
problem.
presumably as soon as you start arranging your socks, it's a very good indication to your wife and small children, oh, dad needs some alone time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I need to put his socks in order. Ah, gotcha. It's cool. Nah, it's all right. I'll throw the ball to myself. Like there's something about the act of no.
Yeah.
He's ironing his socks, man.
Also, the
give him 10 hours.
Yeah, the sentence "Daddy's upstairs with his socks" isn't great.
yeah.
And a banana.
So take me through it then. Sorry to interrupt. So,
Right, no
So
problem.
how does it happen?
I'm aware it's something you'll have questions about as we go.
Sure, yeah.
So I like all sort of guys of like my age and up have a lot of socks, and I don't mean to flex, but I get bought a lot of socks.
It's a big time for you.
Yeah.
Christmas coming up. Yeah.
And maybe you're on tour and you go like, I need a pair of socks. So you buy a multi-pack, you know. So
JD Sports. Yeah.
you end up with a lot of socks.
Yeah.
But really, if you're honest with yourself, how many of those socks you wearing?
Yeah.
So I want to know percent of all the socks. Picture all the socks you have. What percentage of those do you think you wear regularly?
Well, mine is an unusual case because our dog Fred has a real penchant for my socks. So I would say I'm making my way through all of them, because if I leave some around just to let my feet breathe of an evening, he will grab them and he'll put them in some corner of the garden or a room.
Yeah.
Covered in dog cum.
Whoa, Jesus, come in.
And then the dog gets them. Okay.
You were putting the dick in dictionary corner today. This is outrageous. Dog cum. What an interjection. You're wearing a cardigan, man. Dog cum. Good God. I mean, I've made it worse by repeating it.
Yeah.
But that's up. I know, people hate the word moist.
Yeah.
But for me, that's straight into number one, isn't it? Dog cum.
Well,
Good Lord.
nothing worse than the sentence, it's moist with dog cum.
Yeah, that's it. That's your straight up winner. We apologise, but Crufts has been cancelled this year due to oceans of moist dog cum. Sorry about that, Shane. So I would say I'm using.
You don't need to regulate your socks drawer.
But that's because I've got tampering from the outside. Pre-Fred, you're right. You kind of, I would say I've probably got 30 pairs of socks, and I would say, similar to you, buying them on tour.
Yeah.
And I would say I'm using 7 of them on rotation. Similar with pants.
Yeah. I think you, first of all, you probably need to protect your socks drawer a bit more then.
Yeah, he's not getting in the drawer.
But
if he
once they're
open
washed, they need to get into the drawer.
It's what I need to do is stop taking my socks off, but I just like to let the dogs breathe. What I'll do is I get into bed, take my socks off, pop them by the side of the bed, and
It's very Victorian.
it is, isn't it? It's very strange.
You've been advised by a physician to let your
Does
feet breathe.
yeah? It's and I just turn to my wife and go,
Until the morning.
but I just they get, for whatever reason, my feet get hot at night, but my dog will kind of he's now wise to my game, so he'll nip in and take them.
Yeah.
I also suspect that my wife's mum is a thief. And
Working in tandem with the dog or separately?
she may or may not be in league with the dog, or sort of owned in a mafia style by the dog.
Right, so here's what happened with me. I reached a point where my sock drawer was not closing. And that actually is a metaphor for probably my mental health at the time too.
Yeah,
There
I
was
see that.
I needed to just get rid of a lot of stuff. So I looked at I just opened the sock drawer and just took a look from above. Took a couple of seconds.
Ladder.
Yeah. And I realized like I don't wear half of these. And there's also like a lot of single socks in there and socks I look at and I go, well, I'll never wear those. So I think it started about 5 years ago or so. I just said, right, here's what I'm going to do. Took every sock out of the sock drawer and just went through them individually. And I said, right, they're a good pair, I'll wear those. These have a hole in them. So I've said to myself, I'm never going to wear them. So why are they still in the drawer? So I'd say, I don't know the numbers exactly, but I'd say I went from, and this will shock people, I'd say I went from 37 pairs of socks to 13 pairs, something like that. And honestly, when I looked at that drawer, I was like, now we can breathe.
Of course. Yeah.
And
I see
it
that.
just felt great. And here's also what I did. And if anyone's going to do this, this is what I recommend. You can treat yourself to a few new pairs of socks once you do this.
I see, yeah.
Don't fill the drawer again.
Yeah.
But get yourself
It's like the transfer window.
exactly
Clear out the dead wood.
100%.
Casemiro gone.
Yes.
Fernandez gone. Let's get some young runners in.
Yes. By the way, I don't want to get rid of Fernandez. Casemiro, I'm on board with you.
Well, all I would argue is maybe you're wearing one sock too much, and that sock is doing all the heavy lifting for the rest of the team.
And you're maybe wearing them on the wrong part of your feet.
Yes, and it turns out that if you got rid of that sock, which I'm not denying is a great sock and is durable, it very rarely breaks down, doesn't get holes in it. It does scowl, but
You think the heel's getting worn out a little bit?
I just think maybe the other socks could flourish
Yeah.
if there wasn't one dominant sock
Right.
in the drawer.
You're looking at the menu socks, like
Yeah, well, let's call them the Coutinho sock, if you will. That suddenly you kind of go, oh, I always wear those socks. Those are my best socks. They've gone. All of a sudden, oh, these Oxlade-Chamberlain socks are good.
yeah,
This
which sounds like a great brand of
it
sock.
does, doesn't it? Yeah. No, I relate to that. What do you do with the other ones? Like flamethrower? Or?
Oh,
Imagine that. Full, if you're doing it, do you know what I mean? Full DiCaprio. You hippie bastards.
I go around all the charity shops in Belfast and just give
It's
them
a
one
tricky
sock at a
one.
time.
Yeah, it's a tricky. It's a tricky one, that isn't it? Because how there's something as someone that has done that, it just feels a bit icky.
It does.
Because there's some socks that are just you can't straight for the bin.
Yeah.
You can't take them to a charity shop.
They all
There's
go to
some
the
that are
bin.
kind of
They all
in
go to the bin.
between where you go, maybe I could.
But see if it's in between, bin it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's overly sentimental.
Because exactly. Exactly.
So it's a bit of a like sort of a Marie Kondo thing that I think that's one of the things that she does.
Short Japanese hates stuff.
I
Yeah.
genuinely thought he's part of the Man United squad. I was like, how have I not come across this guy?
But her thing is you look at an object in your house and you evaluate it and see whether it kind of brings you happiness or is useful, and if it doesn't, get rid. So you've inadvertently been doing this with your socks. Are you tempted to do that with other stuff like shirts,
Yeah.
pants,
Yeah, yeah,
clothes? Because I do a thing. I do a great cull every so often that I'll look at all of my clothes and just the ones I don't wear anymore, I just get rid, and then I give them to my kind of cousins, and then take them to charity shops, and it feels good.
I do that, and I need to do that a bit more because at the start of a tour, sometimes I'll buy like couple of jackets, couple of jumpers, and then I just don't wear them again. But I'm like, I hardly wore those, so I feel bad. But so I justified to myself going, I need to start wearing these, but I don't get round to it. So I can do a call, but I think socks is maybe the only thing I can be ruthless with.
Yes.
If I was as ruthless with jackets as I was with socks, I think my drawers would close easier.
Jacket's your weakness. You can't let them go.
Yeah. There was a while where I decided I needed a leather jacket,
I've been in that phase. Yeah.
and I thought I had found one in Top Man in Belfast, and it was reduced, and I was like, this is great, this is too good to be true. And then it's only when you get like around trusted friends where they go, number one, you're not a leather jacket guy, and
Yeah.
two, it's not this one if it is a leather jacket.
Yeah, but you've got to. Yeah,
You got to try it.
you've got to try it, but you also have to recognize their opinion.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to help. But you are right. Some people can't wear a leather jacket.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. It's maybe because you're fair. I think if we're kind of instantly, if you or I put a leather jacket on, we look like we're in a boy band. We're the ones that are trying to cover up weight gain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they've kind of got one of those sort of Matrix one. He's in the corner. He's had a bad summer.
Yeah.
Nobody kept an eye on him between dancing.
We look like boy band guys who have gone solo, and the record company have said, "Get a leather
You
jacket."
need to
But that's the only advice they've given us.
Yeah, exactly. and you know, and a big one. What is the next brilliant thing, Shane?
We were talking about going solo from a boy band there, so that leads me on to
Oh, really?
a golden age of boy bands.
You're
The
into
boy band scene of like late 90s, early noughties, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And it's taken me probably this long to get comfortable to say I'm into it. And I've always been into it.
That's good. Yeah, well, it was because it was really coming from your side of the pond. It just felt like
We've punched above our weight with boy bands, definitely.
yeah, and from very, very, you know, like
I can think of two.
instantly. But the footage of is it Boyzone on the Late Late Show, I believe, is one of the most extraordinary things.
iconic.
If you've never seen it, it's just five guys that look like they've been plucked from various cafes in Ireland, and Louis Walsh has just gone, do your thing.
So apparently what happened with that is they hadn't recorded like their own songs yet, but Louis had booked them on the Late Late Show. He's like, it'll be great. Yeah. And they went on, they were booked for the Late Late Show, and they were, I think Ronan and the boys were like, what song will we be performing? And Louis like, don't worry about that. We don't have any songs yet. And they were like, is it a sit down interview? He's like, just get up and just dance. Like, wow. So they had to do this dance routine to like not even their own song.
So not even their own song. It's not in sync.
No.
Like Shane, is it Lynch
Shane
in the
Lynch.
background? He really draws the eye.
But the great thing is like, you should look this up then as a follow on that, because like not that long ago he was back on the Late Late to discuss like, I don't know, some project he's doing at the minute, and he's obviously like, you know, he obviously enjoys the fact he was in Boyzone, but maybe he's trying to move now and maybe be taken a bit more seriously. And they played that clip, and he was like, nah, I don't like that. Don't like that you did that. And I was like, no, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
It's funny, isn't it? Certain things will always. Do you have something like that will always follow you around?
Yeah. I think because when I started comedy and stand up and sketches, YouTube was around, so that stuff is still like online. So a lot of early stuff that I did.
And is that you're not proud of it, or
no, it's just like I obviously look really young in it,
Gotcha.
and it's not the kind of comedy I would want to be doing now.
Gotcha.
But I wouldn't ever like take that stuff down. Or
Yeah.
there was probably a time where I would have been embarrassed about it, but now I'm like, but like you're just starting, you know.
Oh,
all that kind of stuff.
absolutely. Mine, the one that always follows me around is Heat Magazine's Weird Crush of the Year. It just, honestly, I've been in different countries and it's always said with this strange thing of like, so you were, I think it was in like 2013, you were Heat Magazine's Weird Crush of the Year.
Yeah.
How do you feel? And you're like, well, obviously not great to be the nation's pity fuck, but nice for you to bring it up again. But it's such a weird thing, but it must feel good. Not really. It's got the word weird in it. But of all the people, you know, and then you can see them kind of like, we just thought it would be a bit of fun. It's all... But can you imagine the uproar if there had ever been a, you know, weird crush for women? Can you imagine that? Like, like, fuck me. Like, but the idea that I would go, hey, that seems a bit weird to me. Everyone's like, grow up, you bitch. But if a female comic was there, they said they fancied me and I was weird. You know.
Do you know other winners of that?
No.
Oh, brilliant.
Interested?
Go on then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alan Jones.
Fuck me. Okay, that's a tough
Is he the
start.
walking through the air?
Yeah.
Piers Morgan.
Bloody hell.
Simon Cowell.
Good God. Okay. Flipping it. Right. So Shane,
But there was just the golden.
what is it?
age of boy bands.
So you would have been how old when?
Around like late 90s, that'd have been like 10.
Okay, so
kind of
perfect.
age.
Yes.
And I still enjoy it. Do you know who I enjoy the odd song? BTS. You know the K-pop guys?
No, I don't.
I know a couple of their hits, but
Yeah.
like there's something about, like, I would not say pop is the genre I'm most interested in. I like rap and Motown and 60s, 70s stuff, but a good pop song,
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I think when I first started seeing like the boy bands, like that age of like, yeah, Take That, Boyzone, all that kind of thing, the thought is when you're a kid in school, you're like, I would love to be in that band. Like these guys are traveling the world. Girls love them. They're performing on television, all that kind of stuff. And then I realized like there's good tunes here too. Like Boyzone have. I remember getting a Boyzone album for Christmas once, and I remember putting it on a tape player on my hi-fi, and they had this song on it called "A Different Beat." You would know this song if you heard it, but it's like it's like an African inspired song, and there's all these like African drums in it, and I remember listening to it at the time and going like, fuck me, like this is there's never going to be a better song than this.
Really? How does it go? Can you play a bit of it, Dan? That'd be quite nice.
Yeah.
What I love about that, yeah, it's undeniably soaring, but the the palate of most Irish men indicates that if they had indeed gone to Africa, none of that would have happened. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just the idea of like they wouldn't be. They'd be like, "Fuck is hot."
I think
Jesus, they're all outside. Look, fucking hell.
Ronan might be a secret ginger too. Like, so there's no way he was
exactly. They're all, with the exception of Lynchy, they're all factor 50 boys.
Yeah.
So that, when it started raining, they were probably like that song should be called "Thank Fuck." But you're right. It does have something, but it's definitely of that era. It's soaring. I can see you getting ready for school, getting on a bike, riding to school.
Take that Greatest Hits album.
Yeah,
from back in the day.
Yeah, they've got some absolute bangers. Yeah, very interesting, isn't it?
But the thing was, you couldn't say that you necessarily liked that.
Well, you could with girls. But you had to make sure they were girls that weren't going to blab and tell other boys. Do you know what I mean? If you kind of said, I actually quite like Take That.
And the sad thing
he likes Take That.
Those boys beating you up for liking Take That, they love Take That.
Yeah, of course.
You know, that was the sad thing about it.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? But when you're little, it's just so like talking about. My brother was always amazing at that. He loved Phil Collins. He loved the Sydney Lauper. He got the Diana tribute album in I think whenever she died, like 95.
Princess Diana tribute
97.
So I know about Candle in the Wind, but was there a whole album?
There was a whole album like that was tribute songs to Princess Diana. My brother got it for Christmas. It was like, get in, but I had no shame in telling everyone that he liked Phil Collins or this kind of stuff. And I would be his older brother going, mate, give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Say you like Nirvana and move on.
Yeah.
Just move through the wind. But he's like, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's if you can have the courage to stand up for your music as a little kid. But who would?
911 Body Shaking.
Yeah.
I liked it when like UK boy bands were being like wearing the dungarees.
So funny. Yeah.
And like they all went there was always that period where they all went to try and break America.
Yes.
And then 4 months later they'd be like, "Now we just love the UK." And you're like, "Is that why you're back, or did you just not work out there?"
But there's always in those kind of urchin bands, like E17, kind of Five. It's where one of them just like, listen, we're gonna have to put a couple of lines in your eyebrow. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And then just try your best. You two in the background, try your best to look like you're not dealing.
Yeah.
Can you just? But like the two guys in E17 looked like they had a side hustle at big gigs. They were flogging coke to their fans.
Yeah.
That is potentially libelous, but I back it.
And then when you watch, but at the time you're like, these guys are having the time of their lives. All these guys love this. And now in every documentary about every boy band at that time, you're like, they were all so sad.
Which I don't understand, because if you're one of the guys in the background, maybe you're sad because you couldn't get to the front. But surely if you put your life in perspective, if you're sort of Jason Orange, you're doing all right, man. What else would you be doing? You just have to sway along for a bit and you're a multi-millionaire. I mean, easy to say from this sort of like lucky vantage point of having never been in a boy band.
Yet.
But yeah, true.
Think of the amount of socks they would have traveling the world as young men.
That is true. Has that ever been done before? Has like a super group of aging men been put together for the aging lady market? So you kind of just get like a bunch of kind of old guys, like a super group, sort of smush them together.
Smush. I like.
Smush.
I don't hear it as a name.
Yeah. That's not bad.
We like come out of a banana.
Smush. Yeah. And just like all like Stanner, those kind of like Like maybe one of us has got one of those little scooters that you sort of park up.
Yeah.
Maybe an inhaler, oxygen
Man,
tank.
I would love to be like. I'd love to be in a boy band.
Do you sing?
I sing more confidently than my ability for singing is.
Mm.
So I've never been able to sing better than I do now. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my voice has got deeper over the years or something, or fatherhood's done something to me. But I can hold a tune.
What would be your karaoke song of choice?
Well, I was in Barcelona gigging a couple of weeks ago, and I said to the comedians I was with, I went, "We're going karaoke after this," because I'm not a big drinker, but I love the odd time I do have a drink. Couple of pints at a karaoke bar with my friends. That's the best for me.
What I love about that, Shane, is you've gone to Barcelona, a city pulsating with culture,
Yes.
and you're like, and you've done a gig, and then afterwards you're like, right, couple of pints,
Yep.
karaoke,
Yep.
phenomenal.
So what I did,
Should
we
we go
went
to the Goldie Museum? Fuck that. So what did you sing there then?
So we went into this karaoke bar and there was a lot of American students there and they were doing karaoke. So like it's like an
That must
Irish
be a
bar.
cacophony and all.
Oh man, they're on this staircase.
Baby, I'm a firework.
You know, all that, yeah. Good God. Go on.
But you couldn't hear them. You could hear the backing track, but you couldn't hear them.
Okay.
And they're sharing a mic, all these guys. And nobody's really paying attention to the karaoke. And I put my name
Someone that
down.
knows how to work a mic, you must have been looking at that going,
Well, I say you need to hold this mic right
"Course you-"
in.
Yeah, exactly.
So the karaoke was a background thing. I go up, I say, I know what this needs. And I don't look back in anger by Oasis.
Of course.
I hold the mic up.
Right on your chin.
And like, I'm not saying it was like a moment in time, but it was like, here we go. Like people were, there was people from all over the world in that bar and they were brought together by my voice. And I'm not trying to big this up, but there was a moment where also I was just like, because everyone was going up in groups before us and they were sort of passing the mic, like, and a guy came down the stairs and I was like, well, this isn't a duet. So my mate has a video of this where I like pass this guy on. I don't push him down the stairs, but I'm like, we're not doing this funny thing where randomers come up and I was like, this is solo performance of this song. So I pass this guy on and he's like a young guy, like just out for a good night. And I'm like, no. I realised after that was where the toilets were. So he was just coming back from the piss and nearly got assaulted. But he understood when he then sat down and heard me sing. He understood why I had to do that.
Sat there and pissed himself in his chair and went, actually, this is all right. Is there a song? What would be your top 3 boy band songs for you? If I were to push you.
I would go Never Forget by Take That.
Yeah, huge. Never forget where you've coming from.
Could I have that one more time?
Beautiful,
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. I
Or
could
that
take or
line,
leave.
someday this will be someone else's dream. That's a really beautiful lyric inside a song.
Yeah.
They are aware that they're living their dream and this will come again, but we're also part of a dream. Wonderful stuff.
I'll go some Irish bias now and go Boys Don't Love Me for a Reason, which was the first CD single I owned.
Don't love me
Don't
for
love
fun,
me for
girl.
fun, girl.
Let me be the one, girl.
That like
Again, though, has that ever been said? Has a
don't
man,
love me for fun, girl. Let me be the one girl.
Has a man ever gone? Don't,
First thing I said to my
don't
wife.
love me for fun. It just feels. It's only when you sort of really hear the lyric. Listen, look. I know I'm a fairground ride, but I'm deep. I'm emotional. It's so, when you hear it. Listen, I'm not going to shit on your rainbow, but it's so manipulative, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
the idea of
It is.
the idea that there's teenage girls there who are just wetting themselves with excitement.
I think
and
that
they
was
go,
Louis' influence.
I'll only bang for love and reason. And, yuck. But yeah, you're right. It's a lovely song.
I'll go. I gotta go a Westlife number then, and I'll go maybe When You're Looking Like That by Westlife or Flying Without Wings.
You're flying
Without wings, man.
What is your fourth brilliant thing, Shane?
I'm gonna go in here with something we touched on earlier, which is just pottering around.
Yeah.
Like, to me, there is nothing better. So I flew in early this morning, as we said, and this is I've never been to this kind of area. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's nice.
And has it been redeveloped or something? Because I arrived about 30 minutes early, which in times gone by, I'd be like, oh, what am I going to do? I've got to kill 30 minutes. Like, got to go and find something to do or sit in a coffee shop or go on my phone or whatever. 30 minutes with nothing to do in a nice place, hands behind the back, whistling to myself, just walking around. Now, in central London, that looks very suspicious.
Sure.
So I had like red dots on me, you know. But I love it. I love just knowing you're at a place on time
Yes.
and just that freedom to just
Yep.
dander. Did you say the word dander in England?
No, I don't. Is it dander?
A dander, yeah,
Oh,
it
I
means
like
like a slow walk.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'd say I'm just out for a dander.
It's very interesting because I noticed that in Barcelona. And again, I don't know whether it's just because we're always excited by Europeans and everything seems a bit more exotic.
Yeah.
But the way that the old men in Barcelona, because the city moves with a pace and it's quite kinetic. And then you see these old guys, as you described, hands behind the back, moving which so slowly and just peering at stuff.
But
I'm having a very small coffee, but they seem to be enjoying it almost feels like Barcelona can go at its own pace.
yeah.
But I play tiki-taka. It's
yeah,
that kind of...
Yeah. That is nearly your perfect city for a potter.
Oh, it is.
For
Agreed.
a dander, for
Agreed.
a potter around.
Yes.
What are other cities you like?
Sydney is a terrific city to
Well, you
just...
have to potter with the temperature.
You do. Exactly. You just go at your own. But there's so many different walks. You can go up into Surrey Hills from the main kind of, down by the Opera House. You walk up through there. That's a beautiful
You
walk.
probably do Australia, right? I've done Australia twice, like tours there. And because my kids were so young at the time, I said to the promoter, the day I land, make that the first show.
I did that once. It's
Give me a show every
insane.
day. I did both trips were 10, 11 days with maybe the very odd day off in between.
Yeah.
But
That's the wrong way to do Australia.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was in New York
Phenomenal stuff. Yeah.
exactly a week ago.
Yeah.
Not a city to potter.
No.
You'll just get swept away. If you're pottering, you've got to move quick.
Yes. And the funny thing about New York is you're kind of moving. So it's every so often you those droplets of water that and you're hoping it's water.
Yeah.
But it's odd because there's so much aircon that are kind of coming out the windows. They're just dropping on you, and it's just a horrible.
Yeah.
It's a tough city. I have a love-hate relationship with New York. I'll have trips when I go there, and I go, God, that was so brilliant. And other times where you're like, get me out of this hellhole.
yeah.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all of America hates New York.
Yeah.
And then you can, do comedy about that, and then you come to do it in England or Australia, and it does not work.
Although when I was just there, I've been there.
What were you doing?
I was doing a gig. I was there for one night.
What gig?
So I've started like a quarterly comedy club in a place called the Dead Rabbit, which is a bar in Wall Street owned by a guy from Belfast. And
How amazing!
it's like it's based on the Gangs of New York movie.
Yeah.
The Dead Rabbit was one of the gangs. I think
Yeah.
the gang Daniel Day-Lewis is in it. And it's such a great bar. So it's an Irish bar, but it's not like a plastic Irish. It's not like Leprechauns. It's the opposite of that. But it's got like a third floor to it, and you can get about 60 people into it. And they bring over Irish artists, music and comedy all the time. So we said, like, why don't we just do like a regular comedy club? So I've got my visa, luckily. So I was able to bring actually a friend of mine, Andrew Ryan, who did your show many years ago, your Good News show. We did stand up on that.
Yeah.
But normally I would do a couple of days, but just this time of year I've got a lot on. So I said, like, fuck it, we'll just fly back the next day. I mean, 6.5 hour flight. It's not. It wasn't as mental as it seemed.
Yeah.
We did like a 1 p.m. flight out of Dublin, and then flew home at 9 p.m. the next night.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel rushed, and also but it felt like I wasn't there for a long time.
Not enough of a potter though.
You can't potter. I tried to potter.
Yeah, you can't.
I tried to potter over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, there is a tremendous
Sounds
photo.
sexual.
Me and my wife trying to potter over and it was so cold. We're both like,
Yes.
it is. Yeah, when it's cold, and it's so bumpy. My friend's wife had a colonoscopy and had to go over the Brooklyn Bridge and was
During it?
No, but post and was in all manner of trouble. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like I believe the phrase was shaking a Coke bottle is what he said. Yeah, it's a good question though. Cities to Potter. I'm trying to think. Or
I'll
towns.
give you one.
Go
San
on.
Diego
San Diego. I'm trying to think. Have I been there? Yes, I have. Yes.
might be the pottery capital of the world.
Yep. Yep. What is it so good about San Diego?
So laid back,
Mm.
wide open spaces, nice weather. It's got that wharf,
Mm.
and you can just dander along there, hands behind the back.
San Francisco's a good one as well. A little kind of moochy. Portland is, if we're talking the Americans.
Not San Francisco for me.
Yeah.
Far too hilly for a
Yeah.
potter, like, and
Yeah.
windy as well. That's going to throw you off your potter.
But if you go down to the marine, you can see the walruses
Okay.
or the seals.
Yep.
Which
That
is-
wooden boardwalk kind of thing.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
That's okay. That's it.
It's get some clam chowder. But I know what you mean. It's those kind of it's that not quite autumnal. The end of summer is your perfect kind of that that lovely, just a little bit of heat, but enough just to mooch about.
Yeah.
Have good ideas as well. I think when you're doing those you get a feel for a place. And what I love about those, if you're kind of particularly pre-gig, if you're just having a little wander about, you're in that lovely headspace where your brain, bloop, a thing will pop in, you'll notice a sign, and
Yes.
it comes out at the right time at a gig.
Yeah.
And those sort of magical moments where you're like, oh man, that
I
might
actually
be.
had that in London like
Yeah, of course.
2 weeks ago or so.
What happened?
I needed to go from my hotel to where was I going? I was going somewhere I was going to do a panel thing at Five Live.
Yeah.
And it was like a 25-minute tube, or it said a 7-minute cycle. And I was like, oh yeah, the bike's in London. So I got a Lime bike or whatever. And it was a Sunday morning pretty early. And there was nobody on the roads and nobody around, because it was like Oxford Street and stuff, so the shops weren't open. And I was like, I've never really seen the centre of London at this pace. And then I then started to come up with a little bit of a bit about the cycle lanes in London. And I did Top Secret that night for the first time. Never done Top Secret.
Oh wow.
So I got 4 shows that night. And I just mentioned it at the start. And I was like, oh, I got a nice reaction. And by the 4th set of the night, it was like a 2-minute bit.
Yeah, it's
You
funny,
know?
isn't it? Yeah, I love those. That's the benefit of doing multiple gigs. Where
We don't have that back home. So
Yeah,
so I loved doing that.
That's where I get envious of American comics.
Yes.
Because I remember Dan Soder telling me a story about Nate Bargatze, that when he was living in New York, he would have an idea on the Monday and would end up doing it 15 times. He would do 15 10-minute sets, 11, 12, 15-minute sets, whatever. And it was shit on the Monday. By the Wednesday, he'd done it 30 times.
Yeah.
So it was ready to then go and do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday where they get paid.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
And my God, can you imagine that lifestyle as a young comedian? Imagine being 21 and having access to 11 gigs in an evening where you have an idea and then you whittle it around. There's no repeat audience, so there's no shame in saying, I was on a bike today,
You're doing a month's worth of shows
man.
somewhere like Belfast or whatever.
But we have that mini thing here with Top Secret where being able to do 3 or 4 gigs, it's so exciting. And they've paid £1
Yeah.
to get in.
Yeah.
£1.
Because we have such a good but small comedy scene back home.
Is it fair to say, because I know you, it feels like there were, and I'm sure there were people before you, but it felt like it was Colin Murphy, that era, and then it felt like there was a big gap, and then you felt like you came along, and then I know Vittorio, and then, but what happened there? Presumably there were comics, but it felt like there was a bit of a, I don't want to say dip, because that sounds like an
you're right,
Englishman
you're
that doesn't know what he's on about.
No, you're right.
But it's what was that? What was all that about?
I think it was a time when like the 90s and stuff, comedians were there was comedy was massive then, because in Belfast, because there was a lot of political things going on, there was the troubles going on, so they were doing, the comics then were doing material about what had happened that day on the news.
Right.
So it was like electrical. Something happened the day before. You're like, let's go see what the comedians are going to say about this.
Right.
And then I think when I started stand up, there was a lot of gigs, but like nobody was coming and nobody was like breaking out of home to go anywhere really. We were, I was coming over. Loads of us were coming over to do gigs in London, but nothing was really coming of it. But it was cool to go and do it. And then I think people in that sort of time, you didn't really hear about the scene in Belfast. It was, I think audiences were just waiting to go and see visiting comics.
That's kind of what it felt like. Must be
Yeah.
a bit like Australia, where there's loads of great Aussies, and then it's every
Sure.
April. Now come the comedians.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
well, there's loads of us here.
Yeah, there was just that for a long time, I think, and then COVID and lockdown, people started going, all right, well, there's stuff here on our doorstep we didn't know about, and then when we came out of that, that's when it sort of seemed to blow up,
Very exciting.
and now audiences at home are like put the local comics first, you know, almost, and they're kind of proud of the local comics and stuff, which does not happen in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So it's great because you know you have people do go and see the big visiting comics, but then they're also like, oh, I'm going to go to the arena to see local acts as well, which is brilliant.
Proper
It's very
exciting.
well supported.
What is your final brilliant thing?
I'm going in here with something that again, a little bit like boy bands, I would have been like, nah, I don't really enjoy that and stuff. But then when you get older, you go, this is what it's all about. I'm putting stag do's in there.
Oh yeah,
Stag do's are brilliant.
wonderful things.
And-
Exceptional, particularly when you have enough money to not share a room.
Ah,
That's when they get good.
when you
Otherwise you have to stay in the same room as
different-
Paul.
what
And I
about a
don't want to
different
stay in the
hotel?
same. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I got no problem. Absolutely zero. I get a lot of abuse from friends. Don't care.
Yeah.
They'll still sleep. My friends. They'll share a room. They all have jobs. They're
Yeah.
all doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But they cannot get out of that mentality of just like, well, we'll just share a bed.
yeah.
Why would I share a bed with Paul? And I always get put with Paul, and I love Paul, but I don't want to sleep with Paul.
Yeah, some like top level city trader on a sofa bed. You're
It's
like,
exactly
man,
that.
It doesn't have to be like this.
It's wild, but I know what you mean. It's kind of I love a stag do.
I think especially
Better than a wedding. Let's be honest.
sometimes I'll say I'll come to the stag do. I'm not going to the wedding.
Of course, yeah.
Like you get to this kind of age where like most of your friends are married,
Yeah.
and then as soon as one of your friends gets engaged, you're buzzing,
Mm.
and his fiance's like, oh my god, and you're like, no.
Yeah, yeah,
This is a trip away for the boys,
absolutely.
and it's great because
And it's so legitimate.
yeah, and the first stag you go on compared to the stag you go on now, you're bringing a completely different energy.
Yes, of course.
Like the first one, you're going to party.
Mm.
This time, you're like, thank you for enabling me to just have a break on my own terms.
Yes, yes.
And you're okay. Like the first one, you wanna be out all night. You wanna be like, we're going to this club, we're going to that club. Now it's like we all have a nod at each other, and you're just praying. You're like, don't bring guys we don't know. Don't bring other friends. Please.
Yes, yes.
You know that's the
Although
worry.
it is very exciting, it's very nerve-wracking when you have your stag, because you're like, okay, I have a collection of friends from different realms. How do I put them together? Do they go together? Who fits? Who doesn't?
Yeah.
When it comes off, it's spectacular.
I had my stag do. Don't judge me. I'm Magaluf.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because I think we had gone for somebody else's, and we went almost like thinking like, ironically, this will be good. But
Okay.
it was actually, we went slightly out of season, so it wasn't packed with like teenagers basically, and it was kind of great. It's like condensed. There's like a load of bars. You got the beach, and we went, let's just everybody likes this, and we were in Lineker's bar
Okay.
having a drink before we went out.
Yeah.
Because they had a big long table out the front you could get everybody on.
Yes.
And I remember going for a piss and coming back, and on that walk back, just seeing everybody at this one big table, and like, there's a couple of collections of friends, but like, they're not just sitting like these guys at this end, these guys at that end. Everyone's kind of intermingling and talking at that exact moment you're talking about, where I
Yeah.
was like, "This is a good group of friends."
Solid.
Where did you have your stag?
Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah, it
that's nice.
It was tremendous. We
How
were,
many nights?
I think we went on the Wednesday or the Thursday, and we came back on the Sunday. So I think Thursday. So the first day, we played football at a local kind of felt like it was a proper mini stadium.
I love that. When I go on tour, especially in like America, I have an app called Street FC where you can play pickup games.
It's called what?
Street FC.
Oh, Street FC.
So
right.
I live for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Transatlantic kickabouts.
Oh my God! What is this? This is what the fuck? Why have I never heard of
You
this?
set your skill level on it out of 5.
Well, that's where you come down.
So what you do?
How dare you?
No, what you do is you put yourself really low.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So
then
it's
you
fine.
show up, and they're like, "Who the fuck's this
Oh,
guy?"
Maria,
and you're just
blah,
dancing
blah,
through
blah.
them like.
Yeah, John Oliver used to do that. He used to, when he first went over and did the Daily Show, he really enjoyed the gig, and that was fine. But the weekends he was so lonely, he knew nobody, so he would just go down Central Park and just ask if he could have a kick around with locals.
I had one of the best days of my life in
Of course
Australia
it is.
in Sydney on the tour. We a couple of guys from home were like, mate, we have a big kickabout on a Sunday morning. You probably don't fancy it.
Are you mental?
I
Yeah,
was
of
like,
course.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Showed up in a Brazil top with Rivaldo on the back,
Oi, oi, oi.
just like putting people right. Comedians' games are like what I live
It's
for.
funny, isn't it? Because you never quite know what you're going to get from a comic.
Yeah.
So some of them, like Noel Fielding, for example.
David O'Doherty.
And O'Doherty puts his foot in.
He's like the white claw Magalila.
Yeah, yeah. But he really will whack.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting that you just don't anticipate it. But they do a Taskmaster game
Oh,
and they do it at Chesham FC, and it's interesting because I like Tim Key and Watson and O'Doherty and obviously Alex Horn and Greg and Aisling B and Nish and all these guys, everyone sort of having a kick around. But you kind of go, this is really good fun.
Yeah.
Someone's going to die here.
Yeah.
Like in the next 10 years, because everyone is kind of getting old and a little bit overweight. So 1 year it's going to be unbelievably tragic. Mate, I said to Tim Key, I was like, do you think, and it's just changed the whole atmosphere. You know when you instantly regret saying something?
yeah. Do you know what's crazy? I would obviously, like any comic who hasn't done it, I would love to do Taskmaster, but if you offer me the option, I'd rather play in the match.
I could get you in that match. I could absolutely get you on the match. So what would be your dream location for a stag?
Do you know where's great? I've been on one, maybe two stags here. Vila Moura in Portugal.
Yes, Portugal, exceptional. Water's cold, that's the only thing.
Yeah, so I would like to be more of a beach guy on stags, but you find a lot of guys, my mates anyway, don't really want to go to the beach. And I was like, but we're from Ireland, we should go to the beach while we can. But somewhere like Vila Moura, which is like I think it's a golf resort. I'm not into golf really. But it's just like nice seafood restaurants, nice bars by the water. You actually can't really go wrong with that. So like the only thing I hate about stags is the feeling that one of your mates is going to want like a city break somewhere cold. Like, let's go to Prague in November. I'll just not go.
Yeah.
I want to go to like the beach.
Yes, agreed.
Give me Tenerife or something.
Yes.
I just want to sit in the sun with my friends. Maybe we have a kickabout down on the beach.
Yeah. Do
Do like water sports or something.
Yep.
Go out to like bar. I'm not clubs.
You would
Go out to nice bars.
day drinking.
Yeah.
That's what's fantastic. If you start drinking at 11, by the time you get to 11 at night, you are done. You go to bed.
For 4 hours.
You wake up the next day. You go again.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Like I'm a huge fan of a day drink.
And I think I've been lucky. The ones I've been on bar maybe one where like it's very much, we're gonna do these couple of things throughout the day. But aside from that, sort of do your own thing. If you don't want to come to this, don't go to it. Come in and out as you want. But obviously, like these things are important. We're going for this meal, so make sure you're there for that. But if you just want to go off to get a coffee for an hour or whatever, no one's going to be like, oh man, we're all staying together. Forget that.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like there's 2 stag do's looming. I'm hopeful.
There comes a time where like you say to your single friends, you're like, do it for the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Get married, settle, do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Get the boys a trip.
Yes.
I can't say to my wife, I'm just going on holiday with the lads.
This is it. But if it has the word stag do in it, you've got instant.
It's a stag.
Yeah, I have to. It's a dear friend of mine. I can't. But no, we're having a long weekend. You're not.
Yeah.
But Shane, I think you're sufficiently charming to divorce your wife and then make up again so that you can get remarried and have another stag.
Yes.
It's high risk.
It's
High risk, high reward.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like flying without wings in an arena.
What a beautiful way of ending the podcast. What an absolute delight. Ladies and gentlemen, the fantastic Shane Todd.
Oh, thank you so much.
That was terrific.